to Much More Than Water, Water first virtual event that will hopefully give you insight into our biggest program, the Drinking Water Internship. So today we will discuss solutions to the water crisis that Indigenous communities in Canada are facing and support the continued effort of ending these inequities. My name is Krysta and I'm a proud team member of Water First. I first became aware of Water First in 2017 when I saw a technical trainer position posted. I was working as a municipal drinking water operator, and it was the same time period that the Canadian government was being held to account for their lack of action on ending boil water advisories in Indigenous communities. I knew immediately that I wanted to share my knowledge and experience as an operator, and I knew I wanted to do this by working for Water First. I applied for the position, but I didn't hear back. By 2018, I had become an OSET certified technician. I'd obtained my diploma from Mohawk College as an environmental technician. I had my Class 2 drinking water treatment license, my Class 2 wastewater treatment license, my water quality analyst certificate. But even with all of these credentials, I could not get the vision of myself working for Water First out of my mind. I knew that I needed a university degree to be considered for the trainer position. So in the spring of 2018, I decided to leave my career as a water operator and apply to the University of Guelph for a custodian position. For 3.5 years, I worked the night shift as a custodian and earned my degree using the employee benefits. In June of 2021, I graduated with a degree in geography. And early in the spring of 2022, I applied again for a Water First technical trainer and project coordinator position, and I began my career in April of 2022 this year. I can tell you that my journey was worth it. I'm grateful to have a career that allows me to constantly learn, to create lasting relationships, and to be part of rectifying the environmental racism that I see in my country. I love seeing the progressive work that this organization does, the difference we make in an individual intern's lives, the benefit that the interns provide to their communities, and of course, the steps made towards ending the water crisis in Indigenous communities. Kendra has a background in water quality monitoring and environmental chemistry. Before working at Water First, Kendra was the environmental coordinator for Wanapitei First Nation, and she also taught environmental science at Cambrian College.
So water challenges in Indigenous communities across Canada are a very complex issue. There are many different challenges such as infrastructure, proper operation and maintenance and adequate staffing funding, source water protection issues such as contaminated water sources, and also issues of capacity and training. And that last part, capacity and training, that's what we do at Water First. We can see in this graphic in this slide that there are still many Indigenous communities across Canada who are under drinking water advisories, and that proportion actually goes up when we're looking specifically at Indigenous communities in Ontario. What this drinking water internship program does is it recruits people, trains them from absolutely no water knowledge at all. There's no water knowledge prerequisite that they need. And at the end of it, they become certified water treatment plant operators that the communities can then hire to run their plants. A little background on the internship. So myself, I was hired when we were first doing the first internship, so I can kind of speak of, what we did at the start and where we are now. So our first drinking water internship took place on Manitoulin Island with the United Chiefs and Councils of Minidoo-Minising and its member communities, as well as Wikwemikong unceded territory and the Anishinaabeg Nation. It was really a pilot program with lots of things we figured out along the way with our partners, of course, and we learned a lot during that project. The biggest takeaway for us at Water First and for our graduates as well is that the model was a huge success. And Water First, we learned that we need to do it again. And now we're currently in the midst of the North Shore Tribal Council internship with 12 current interns from 7 communities. They've already received 2 certifications and are actually doing another one next week. So they're only 6 months in and they're well on their way to become certified water treatment plant operators. So to date, we've had 47 graduates and current interns from 32 communities who have collectively received over 74,000 hours of hands-on training in water treatment plants through this internship program. Looking forward, we hope to bring this program to more communities as well as scale up so we can provide training to more communities at the same time. On the top right here, we have the BMOSI interns learning about environmental water sampling. The integration of environmental skills was something that we have done from the beginning on the advice of our Indigenous Advisory Council. It gives the interns additional skills, as well as opens up new job opportunities, and shows them things that you can't learn from inside of a drinking water treatment plant. We've also been very intentional with the integration of traditional knowledge into the program. Understanding the area around you and traditional knowledge of the land provides a deeper connection for our interns. We realize that it is not our place to teach these things, but facilitate and hold space for local knowledge holders. Paige, you can see in the top middle here, showing the interns how to fillet fish. She is a graduate from the first internship and recruited as a staff member through the tribal council for the third one. And she was able to actually share her knowledge through a traditional knowledge workshop that she hosted in her home community.
Bella McLeod is a graduate of the Georgian Bay internship program from Nipissing First Nation. Since graduating the program, she's been working on the expansion of the local water treatment plant to better serve the needs of her community.
As you all may know, but some may not, but this is how I view Water First is a once in a lifetime opportunity to learn a new career in water treatment and a lot more I will talk about, but specifically water treatment in this internship while gaining your needed hours and hands-on experience in our own community. Every single thing that we did was somehow wrapped into our culture. So we always had like a welcoming ceremony for each prep course. And when we got together, it was always very traditional, very talking about our ways, the ways of the land. And that's another way too, networking with so many different communities across Turtle Island that we're friends and someone as close as family now. So building that group together for that 15 months was an incredible experience, to say the least. So moving on, I had some pictures of my favorite, I guess like my memorable favorite memory in our 15-month time together would be definitely in the environmental week. We went to Killarney and we stayed at the resort there. So grateful and appreciative that, we had these one-on-one things, we had outings, we had get-togethers. So this was by far my favorite because it opened up my eyes to so much more than just water treatment. This is our third extension on our community plant. But as you can see, it's a reservoir. So you can see, hopefully it's good pictures enough to see it's a brand new reservoir. It's gonna have new filtration to get the organics out of the water and to hopefully decrease the THMs in our water, which is so that's what I'm currently doing in my high vis. I just got off lunch, so and so happy to be doing this, but because I am still a part of the water treatment expansion, but I do think I want to continue maybe my education as a environmental technician. But as Indigenous people and women especially, we are water carriers and we have that spiritual connection to the water, keep taking care of it because it holds memories, it holds knowledge, it holds feelings. So as you can tell, it really means a lot to me. And Water First is really helping so many communities and giving that confidence and sorry, I'm trying to get my words out. Confidence, knowledge, and experience that we need for our communities.
So Austin is an intern. He's a current intern with the current Water First internship. He's from Batchewana First Nation, where he's currently doing his placement. He joined the program because he thought it would be a great way to put his energy towards helping First Nations communities.
I'm currently at the Batchewana water treatment plant right now, set up in the laboratory. Probably see a few testing kits behind me. Okay, well, I've been enrolled with this program for about, what can I just say, like 6 months now, less than 6 months, with about 9, 10 months more to go. Now, with saying that, with a little bit of over 1/4 of the way through this internship, my experience as a Water First intern so far has been satisfying. I feel more than welcome to be a part of this team. It was this innate feeling inside of me that sort of guided me and told me that I should go along with this and put all my energy towards it because this is it. Maybe it's some sort of Pisces thing. I don't know, whatever it is, I don't know, but I've always had a connection with water throughout my whole life, which I can ramble on for hours about, but they only have me here for 10 minutes. So, okay, well, getting off my mindset of going into the internship, a thing that was said that I'll always remember for as long as I can. And I'm sorry, I can't give credit to whoever said it. Maybe it was Kendra or Krysta or another coordinator. And yes, I'm paraphrasing because there's no way I could recite it word for word, but it went something along the lines of, quote, "We're not gonna talk to you or teach to you like you don't know anything," even though that might be the case. That may or may not have quite the same effect it had on any of you guys, but to me, that really set the tone of what this was going to be like. A memorable moment, memory, whatever it is, that will always stick with me, which happened at the tail end of September, which so happened to be in Fire Week. Most, if not all, of our group were there, coordinators and interns. And so it felt really good to kind of be back in with nothing but the people around us and learning for a week. So that was really cool. The week consisted of us coming together and in the AM, doing a rundown of what we were going to do during the day, whether that was going out on the lake and taking depth samples with equipment we just learned a few hours earlier, going on a scavenger hunt, using GPSs to make our way to identifying different plant and aquatic life around the area, being taught and studying microscopic aquatic life. If I went back a year and was able to tell my obviously younger and just as pretty self, right, that I'd be in the position that I'm in now, especially with the knowledge that I'm equipped with also, I'd have to call myself crazy. So anything is possible. Only time will truly tell. I do hope that my future is in the work of water and helping people wherever it may be. One thing that I have had my eyes on is just not just becoming a level 1 operator, but becoming a level 2 operator and applying my skills and knowledge wherever need be. And it allows me to go learn new things that I can apply to my career and also apply to myself as a person. I've been blessed with the ability to go to places throughout the province that I probably wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for this.
So Kendra, can you speak more about the recruitment process, and can you speak about how you select the communities that you work with?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll start with the communities. So our communities are really selected based on interest from them. So as our our first partner communities were done in a big collaboration with people we've met through different conferences and networking opportunities. And then, we've really been able to get new community partners just through word of mouth and through meeting our interns. So our interns and our graduates are active members of the Aboriginal Water and Wastewater Association of Ontario. And through them, we've met other operators from other communities who think, wow, this is such a cool program. Look at those Water First interns. They're killing it. And so then they seek us out and we develop a new partnership with them.
Yeah. All right. I have a question for Austin. Okay, Austin, what has it been like going through the program with other interns? Have you connected with them in any way, and how so?
It's more, as Kendra was saying earlier, like it's more than just water at this point. Like at first it was really cool during our intro week, like everyone's a little shy, we don't really know anybody. We like kind of still trying to get to know each other's names, but by our last get together earlier this month in Sudbury, like there's been so many established friendships and relationships with everybody that like it's more, we could be ourselves more openly, not just who we have to put out to be open to people. And it's more than just water at this point. It's more than just friendship. It's things you're going to hold on for the rest of your life.
Great. That's awesome. And I love seeing the friendships happening. It's awesome. It's so inspiring. All right. So I have a question for Bella and Austin. So whoever would like to attempt this first, what was the biggest challenges? Like, what were the biggest challenges that you've had throughout the internship?
For sure. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it, but schooling and exams just was not my cup of tea. It was really, that was, the whole anxiety, the stress, but they always just kept us like, if you fail it, you can go back again and you don't have to worry about that. And that was something that I guess I had, past experiences of like failing and then having to pay from your own pocket, and all the stress of doing big exams like that was a learning curve, but also something that like really helped me. Like I could do this. I've done it a million times, but yeah, definitely those big exams there where it was like very nerve-wracking. So that was definitely my biggest one, but I got through it.
So the next question I'm going to throw out there is for Kendra. So are there employment supports provided after the internship?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that question was after the internship, but I'll back up to just a little bit during the internship. So we found it was really necessary to include a course on employment and training opportunities. So we do a course, a workshop before the end of the internship where we help people write resumes, cover letters, we do mock interviews, we search for jobs and do all sorts of that stuff to really round out the program. And then once the interns are graduates, they're part of our alumni network, and that alumni network provides support through job ads and support with resume writing, and also like monetary support through a bursary program where graduates can access some money for training dollars and other things like that, attending conferences. So we absolutely provide support, whether you're the graduate from the first Water First internship or whether you graduated a few months ago. If you are part of the Water First family, you're always part of the alumni network.
The internship has grown immensely due to the passionate interns that support access to clean water for their communities and for the continuous support from our donors like you. So we hope you will continue to invest in the success of the internship and join us as we grow to support even more communities across Canada that see training and education as a valuable solution to their water challenges.